are the 5 Seattle Seahawks players that you need to keep an extra eye on this week when the Seahawks take on the Vikings in just a day or so? I'm the host of Seahawks Today, Will Ortner, and we're going to spend the entire video breaking down who the best players are for the Seahawks and why I think certain players are going to have a big game against the Minnesota Vikings. And when you look at what's going on in this next upcoming graphic, the Seahawks, well, they're the big favorites against Minnesota. Minnesota's coming to Seattle. They're going to be probably starting a third-string quarterback in Max Brosmer against the Seahawks. J.J. McCarthy doesn't look like he's going to be able to get out of concussion protocol after the Diana Rossini article with The Athletic. And it feels like defensively you can take advantage of some of the issues that the Vikings are going to have, but there's also a chance that offensively you can take advantage of that Brian Flores defense as well. Before we get into that, though, make sure you head on over to my X and my Instagram at Will Ortner. Super simple. It's the same on both, and go and give me a follow. I'm constantly tweeting and posting videos on Instagram about the Seattle Seahawks. The minute that news breaks, I'm getting it out to you as fast as I possibly can. So make sure you go head on over and give me that follow. All right. So the first Seahawk that we all need to watch is our good friend Sam Darnold. Why do you need to check out the quarterback for the Seahawks? Because he's starting to try and earn that trust back with fans after we'll call it a struggle bus of a game against the Los Angeles Rams. Did fine against the Tennessee Titans, but against the Vikings, he needs to go out and have his best foot forward. What I think Sam Darnold's going to want to do too in this game is get some clear revenge. Now, when you look at the season that he has had so far in Seattle, it has been superb except for that very last number, right? He's right around that 70% mark when it comes to his completion percentage. After this game, he's going to be well over 3,000 yards, but the interception number is big. Now, it's big, though, because of one game in particular against the Rams. Darnold wants to make that touchdown number really explode against the Vikings because he wants revenge. This is a Vikings team that chose J.J. McCarthy over him. They said, hey, Sam, you did pretty darn well for us. You got us in a position where we were almost the 1 seed in the NFC, but you know what? It's fine. We don't need you. We got a better version of you at home. Sam Darnold's going to want to rip the football in this game. He's going to take shots. JSN, expect Darnold to try and find him on multiple throws deep. Don't be shocked if Rashid Shaheed finally has a big performance. More on that later. But I know for sure that Darnold wants to let everyone in Minnesota know that they let a good one go. Now, my next player that I want to get into is Big Cat, of course. Leonard Williams has quietly been putting in one of the best seasons in the National Football League on the defensive line. Now, here in Seattle, of course, we all know what kind of season he's been putting forward, but I don't think the national media totally understands, and this is a perfect opportunity for him to show what he can and has been doing. So as you go into his season so far, obviously the former USC Trojan has been unblockable. And while his tackles for loss number is only at 5 right now, the amount of other tackles for losses for other players that he has caused is immeasurable. He continues to get into the backfield constantly, along with Byron Murphy, Uchenna Nwosu, DeMarcus Lawrence. More on him in just a moment. But what this defensive line does is they create havoc, not just in the run game, but in the passing game as well. Teams do not feel comfortable trying to block them, and then they completely change what they are doing and what they are scheming around this defensive line. Now, I've made it pretty clear. I think that this defensive line is the best in the National Football League. Do you think it's the best in the National Football League? Let me know down below in the comment section if the Seahawks have the best D-line in football. Now, my next talk to watch is Rashid, the Need for Speed Shaheed. And basically, ever since Seattle made that trade with the New Orleans Saints for Shaheed, there's been kind of a waiting factor. There's been a belief that he is going to come in and take the top off of defenses. And so far, unfortunately, really hasn't happened yet for Shaheed. It feels like he's almost waiting to explode because Shaheed's only had 3 catches on the season. Great, he's averaging 10 yards a catch with the Seahawks, but that only means that he has 30 yards. I think that this is a game where the Minnesota Vikings, Brian Flores, he doesn't want Jaxon Smith-Njigba to have a big game because he's been having big games against everyone. Double cover JSN, now Shaheed is all by himself. Now the Seahawks are going to have an opportunity to really let the ball rip. If Shaheed gets into a situation where he is one-on-one with a defender, I think that there is a good chance for him to really explode, get that big catch, get that touchdown that we've so desperately been waiting for. Now, I do have to talk about a couple other Seahawks to watch, but before we do that, I need to let you know about the new sponsors of this video over at Cash App. Scammers know the holidays are busy for everyone, which can make us all targets for scams. That's why Cash App builds in protection to help keep your money safe while you're checking off your shopping list. If you're about to send money to someone for a deal that's too good to be true and Cash App flags it as a potential scam, they'll warn you before you send the money. Cash App also gives you an extra layer of protection with features like Security Lock. You can require a PIN, Face ID, or fingerprint to unlock your account and move money, so even if someone gets a hold of your unlocked phone at a holiday party, your money is right where you left it. Gift yourself some peace of mind this holiday season and download Cash App. For a limited time only, new Cash App customers can use our exclusive code to earn some additional cash for real. Just download Cash App, use our exclusive referral code SECURE10 in your profile, send $5 to a friend within 14 days, and you'll get $10 dropped right into your account. Terms apply. That's money. That's Cash App. Cash App is a financial services platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cash App's bank partner. Prepaid debit cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Promotions provided by Cash App, a Block Brand Inc. brand. Visit cash.app/legal/podcast for full disclosures. I already teased him a little bit, but I need to let you know about edge rusher DeMarcus Lawrence. He is going to have a big game against the Vikings because right now, while he might not be the number one sack getter and sack leader for your Seattle Seahawks, DeMarcus Lawrence is still getting in the backfield, finishing on quarterbacks, and most importantly, he's doing a great job of getting pressures on opposing teams. What DeMarcus Lawrence does a great job right now of is using his opportunities on third downs and when it's third and long to push forward and get into the backfield using a fantastic power rush. What we're also seeing from DeMarcus Lawrence is a great addition into the run game for the Seahawks. And what I mean by that is he is not allowing teams to get a reach on him, get to the outside edge. That tackle for loss number is massive. And while he has 2 fumble recoveries, he also has 2 touchdowns. DeMarcus Lawrence has been huge in Seattle. The last Seahawk that I need you to go and check out, of course, that's wide receiver 1. Not wide receiver 1 for the Seahawks, wide receiver 1 in the entire National Football League, Jaxon Smith-Njigba. Why do I think that he's going to have a big game? Well, because that's all the kid does. He's been absolutely fantastic this season. He has more yards than any other Seahawk in the history of the franchise. There's a chance that he gets all the way into the 1,500 mark for receiving yards this season. Whenever he catches a touchdown, it seems like they multiply catches, multiple touchdowns in a game, and that average right now just continues to go up, up, and up. Now, why should you watch JSN? Well, it's just so darn fun. I mean, there's no reason why not to watch Jaxon Smith-Njigba because you know he's going to get open consistently. At this point, the guy is 7-11 because he is always open. These are my 5 Seahawks to watch in the upcoming matchup against the Minnesota Vikings. Sam Darnold, Leonard Williams, Rashid Shaheed, DeMarcus Lawrence, and Jaxon Smith-Njigba. I think all these guys go off and have a big game for multiple reasons and for different reasons. Again, I'm asking you one more time. You hung out. You love Seahawks Today. You love me. Head on over to social media at Will Ortner on X and on Instagram. and you want to make sure you go over and give me that follow. Constantly posting about the Seattle Seahawks, and I've got news and information that you don't want to miss out on. If you follow me there, you'll get that information and you'll get it first. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll catch you guys next time.